Hello guys, Jocelyn here from JK Games, and I made this video before and I noticed that my audio was not working, and I decided to play Superpower Training Simulator, and so I'm going to be talking while I watch my gameplay, and hopefully I can remember some of the stuff that I did so I can kind of say the things that I did say back then. I apologize for this, and I'm pretty sure I'm clicking on it and we're going in. I mean, I was bold, and I went in and I met this guy called, come on myself, click it. He says, "Hello newcomer, nice to meet you. My name is Sadofian." Yes, I can see you waving. You're super cool looking. Just call me Sal. Here I help people train their superpowers. So you want to have superpowers, right? I can help you get started. But you need to know that it will be a long and tough journey. You will need to practice and train very hard to cross the human realm and step into the realm of superpowers. Then all your hard work will pay off. Always remember that if you don't sacrifice for your dreams, then your dreams will become a sacrifice. And that's very true. If you really try to do something, you will be sacrificing what you didn't do. Now let's start. There are a few things you need to know. First, you always have to be careful with who you mess with, because many of them are unimaginably strong and have a gang to back them up. Also, they can declare war with you or you're against that. Remember that these strong people will have auras which can be noticeable. Though some legends says that with enough power, aura can be cancelled instead. But that's only a legend. Just be careful when you're active. You can become a lawbreaker anytime just by killing someone. Also, you could become a hero too if you kill the bad one. You can tell their status by looking at their name color. And I can tell you just by looking that you are very weak. If you want to be strong, first train your fist and body. With your power right now, you can train anything else. Also, I will give you a token as a reward for every quest you finish. In case you don't know, tokens are very important to us who train for superpowers. Because you can use these tokens to upgrade your training speed to a new level. When you have enough tokens to upgrade your stacks, you should spend it on there. For example, you can upgrade your first strength HP multiplied by ×1, ×2, and then it keeps going all the way to 32, and so on. So probably even more. Thus, you can gain ×32 fist strength in just one punch, or even more than that. Now, come back after you finish both quests and I'll tell you what to do next. And then it went away, and then I was like, woohoo, woohoo, yeah. And I started using my fist to train, and I'm pretty sure I just did it for a couple of times, and I was saying some random stuff, and I was like, I'm going to punch this guy in the face. But then I couldn't because I was in a safe zone. And then I was talking about how pale my body was, and I should probably get skin so I don't look like a vampire or like a ghost, probably more like a ghost. And so then I started doing push-ups, and I was like, really feeling the push-up right there. And I went all the way to, I think it was 10, right? Yeah, it was 10. I believe it was 10. Oh no, it was 20. My bad, I'm blind. And so I kept doing them, and I'm almost done, and that was it. And I saw that yellow guy there, and I went to talk to Saf again. Good job. Now in order to become stronger, dun dun dun, you have to train your movement speed and jump power too. Because what's the point of deadly punches strength if you can get to your opponent? You can train these two skills by simply run or jump anywhere, and if you run fast enough, you can even run on water, like the Flash. I'm just joking, ha ha ha. But who knows, maybe it's possible. Now go train and come back when you're strong, or something like that. And I was like, okay, and started running, jumping. I was like, this is really slow. I'm barely moving at all. I felt super slow. It was so annoying. And then I could see other people like that guy, like just running super fast. And then I saw those two guys like flying there, and I was like, I want to fly like them. But then I couldn't because I was a newbie. I'm still a newbie at the end of this video, and I'm a better newbie. And right now I'm a noob because I forgot to record my audio. I didn't notice until the video was over, and I was Anyway, I'm pretty sure I took a lap, and I wanted to go inside this hotel, and I was like, wow, this place looks so fancy. I want inside. But then I couldn't, and so I went back to the guy. And then I just noticed that I went really far away, and then it was going to take a long time because I moved like a turtle all the way back to south. And then people just keep passing me. I was like, I hate it. I want to be like you. But then I want to be better than you. I want to be like South. I want to be a superhero. Okay, click it. Now we will talk about the most important thing, mind. You probably don't know the psychic powers are real. For example, with a strong enough mind, one can become invisible, or create an illusion to attack other people, mind and soul, even crush and kill them just by looking at them from far distance. Also, you can lift one up above the ground or even fly to the sky. Keep going, myself. And the most simple and effective way to train is by meditate. If you don't believe what I say, then come back when you have at least 100 psychic power. And I was like, and I'll tell you how to use your psychic power to become invisible. And I was like, invisible is the easier psychic move to learn. Right now you can learn any psychic moves. Your mind is too weak. He just keeps calling me weak, and I hate it. I'm going to punch him in the face one of these days. And I complain about how I had to do 100. But it was like meditation time. And I was like, this is going to take forever. And it wasn't that bad. I was able to get a cup of water because I was getting thirsty. Like right now, I'm kind of thirsty now. I'm talking about this. I probably told you guys like I'll be right back. And then fast forward to when I was like a couple of points away from 100. Excuse me. Congratulations! Now you can become invisible anytime you want just by pressing T. Just keep in mind that you can hide from people with higher psychic power. Also, you will lose your invisible state when you launch any of your attack moves. And you will not be completely invisible. Now, I want to teach you a move called Energy Sphere Punch. Do you know that when you punch fast and strong enough, even the air itself will glow just like a small explosion? Same concept applies, but in order for you to execute this move, you have to at least 1,000 fist strength. And I was like, 1,000? This is going to take forever! And it did, actually it did, or else it will just become a normal punch. There's a big stone just over there. Now you have enough power to use it. Just keep punching on it and you will have 1,000 fist strength in no time. And I started complaining about 1,000 fist strength and how much it was going to take. Come back to me when you have enough fist strength, then I'll teach you. Yes, Sensei, I will come back. And then I went to the rock, massive rock. and I started punching it like I meant it. And I noticed that it was giving me 10, and I was like, okay, this is going to be fast. But then I realized that it was going to require 100 punches for me to get 1,000. And then I was pretty happy that there was no one there trying to kill me, because I noticed that I left the safe zone. It was just this guy jumping on top of the rock that you can see up there right now. And I just kept punching it, and punching it, and punching it. And then I started running around, and then I thought, maybe if I run around, I can get speed and get faster, and I can get my points as well. And then this pink lady came in, and I just noticed that she has a orange. Her name is Orange, so I'm pretty sure she's a bad guy. Now I'm pretty glad that she didn't kill me, because it would have been very annoying to be killed over and over again trying to get this 1,000 punch strength, so I can learn the Kamehameha or the Kaioken. Pretty sure I compare it to Kaioken later on, because I noticed that it's like small and it's just like a little sphere looking thing, even though it's red, and the Kaioken I'm pretty sure it's blue. So I just kept going and go a little bit more, and I don't know what kind of nonsense I was talking about. I probably talked about me being tired because I was recording in the morning. It was like it's early in the morning. I just woke up and I was recording because I had to go to school later that, like a couple hours afterwards, and I had to get ready to go to school. And then finally I was over with it, and I went to go talk to South. And then I noticed that my hands were glowing. Good. For now on, you can press R to execute the energy sphere punch. Also, the size and the color of the energy sphere will sometimes change. The most fist strength you have, the stronger and larger it will become. Now the next move I will teach you is damage reflection. When your body toughness is higher than your opponent's fist strength, you will be able to reflect their damage back to the attack themselves. But in most cases, the damage you reflect will not be fatal to the attacker. Because if your body toughness is just a little higher than the fist strength, you will also reflect 10% of the damage back and the other 90% will still hurt you. So to deflect 100% of the damage back to the attacker and receive 0 damage, you will need a body toughness of 10 times higher than the opponent's fist strength. A very strong body is necessary to launch this move, or at least 1,000 body toughness. I'll tell you some secret. If you're not, you can find it just by crossing the bridge over there. In the city portal, they hide some secret body training techniques in there. Technologies. Training in there is not much more effective than a normal push-up. But be careful. You could easily die in there, so don't push yourself too much. You can come back to me when your body is strong enough. Now go, I'll need to get some rest and turn on my auto training bot game pass. And I was like, what? You have an auto training bot? I want one of those. I'm jealous now. But then you lose kind of like the fun of the game. Oh, and then I noticed I had enough points, so I increased my body toughness, I'm pretty sure. Was it? Or what they choose? Was the movement speed? What did I choose? I don't remember. No, I chose fist strength. Why did I choose fist strength? I have no idea, but I did. And then I took a long walk there. And I'm going to fast forward this, so it goes way faster than this. And finally I got to the city port. And then I saw this guy jumping out of a door. And so I thought there was a door right there. And so I saw that door. And I decided to go up there. And I was like, it looks like VIP access or a mafia boss. And so I saw this chair and I was like, I want to be the boss. I want to be the mafia boss. And so I sat there. I tried to anyway. And then like the secretary chair. I didn't want to be a secretary. And then I saw this place and I saw this guy just chilling there. I think it was a girl. And I just started being there and so I was getting hurt really badly. And then I like jumped out trying to survive and trying to meditate a little bit. Hopefully that would raise my health. And it went up a little bit. And then I got up and went back in. And then went back in again and I died. And I was like, what? No! And I was really annoyed by it because it took me about like 3 minutes to get there. And then I decided to just cut the video and take it to put it once I got there. And so in a second, right there, now I'm back. So I went back in and I went inside the cooling pool. And I decided to meditate because I saw this person called Nancy's Awesome and she was meditating inside of there. And so I thought, wait a second, maybe if I meditate there, I would get health back and that will help me. And so I tried doing that, but it didn't work. Apparently my meditation wasn't high enough, so I wasn't gaining enough health back from what I was being damaged by. So I went back in and I was like, YOLO it. I was like, I can do this. And then a couple seconds passed, a couple minutes passed, well, seconds, most likely seconds. And as you can see, in a couple little more, I'm going to die again. And I was angry again by it. Decided to start moving because I wasn't getting the points, so I stopped moving. I was like, I'm going to meditate. And that's where all going one hill. And I died again. And I was pretty angry at it for killing me again. And so I spawned back. And I decided that I was going to cut it again and restart recording once I was there. Oh, I was throwing my little punch as well. And I was like really excited about it. And I was like, Kamehameha! Kamehameha! And then I noticed the guy behind me just threw a Kamehameha, not me. That looked blue. And it looked like a tiny Kamehameha. And then I went back to there and I was starting to... Actually, I was really close to dying. And then my meditation was strong enough that it was giving me enough health back. The health back was higher than the damage that I was taking in the pool. And that way I was not going to die. So I was gaining health instead of taking damage. So I was really happy about it. And that's where I was able to get to 1,000 really easily after that. And that was my third time coming there. And so after that, I decided to just go back to South to report the quest. And I'm going to fast forward. Great! And don't worry, it's a passive skill, so you don't have to execute blah blah blah. Then this means that with a skill enabled, it will auto reflect all damage for you. Let's continue our lesson. So you remember the water walking joke I told you? Actually, you can really walk on water, but you just need to run very fast to do so. And I was like, wow! I'm going to be the Flash! And I was really happy about it. So also the speed alone isn't enough. You will need strong psychic power too. I have some training tips for you. I know that it's hard to control when you run really fast, but you can make it all your movements slower by putting some weights on your body. Just like a Dragon Ball or Naruto, where they have that heavy metal on their bodies. You could keep it by pressing 4 and choosing the weight, but don't put too much weight on your body because it will be too heavy to even move. And come see me when you have at least 1,000 movement speed and 1,000 psychic power. And then I knew it was going to take a while, and so pretty sure this is where I start messing around with the weights. And I was pretty impressed because I was walking pretty fast from having to go back and forth 3 times to that place because I died. And so that's where I started messing up with the weights, and I decided to put the first one, and I was getting +2s. And I was like, this is going to take a while. And so I decided to see if I could put more weight and get more points, but I didn't gain any more because apparently I was moving too slow. So I went back to the lower ones where I was getting +2s. I tried jumping and I couldn't jump at all. And so it looked really funny. I thought it was pretty cool. We're going to start punching as well, because then I decided to start punching to gain punching strength. I don't remember what it's called. And then I went in and I updated my movement speed to ×2 because I had some points. And that's where I started gaining speed faster. And I started doing those weird 360s. And I noticed that I wasn't gaining any points for it. So I just started running, and then I'm pretty sure I started punching. And I'm going to fast forward to where I started to gain, where I went to deliver this quest. Then I decided to go back to the rock, and I noticed that if I punch it and run, I was gaining both of them at the same time, and I was getting 20 instead of 10 because I previously had updated my feet strength. And so at that point I was done, and I went to Seth to give back the quest, but then I noticed that I couldn't until I completed the other one that was psychic, and I was pretty annoyed by it. And I decided to check how fast I was running, so I uncapped the thing, and I noticed I was running really fast compared to before. And I was like, yes, now I can run really fast. And I decided to go back to the place where you train your body, to the City Bay, I think it was called. I don't know. I was really amazed that I was running so fast, and getting there so fast. It only took me like a minute to get there. Less than a minute, like 30 seconds. It was really fast. That was a city port, my bad. And so I went back into the room, and that's where I decided to do the outro. I couldn't get up. It was so funny. I tried to like jump up there, but I was really bad. And so I went back in, and I couldn't control my body anymore. And I went into the chair, and I wanted to sit on it so I could be the mafia boss, but it didn't work. So I decided to step on it, and then I started my outro. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and I appreciate it if you did like it to leave a like, and if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe. I promise that I will make sure that my voice is being recorded while I'm recording, so I don't have this problem again. But thank you so much. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.